All right, hi everyone. Let's scroll down and see today's pattern. I'm gonna go down to here. Olivas by Carlos Cano. I'm assuming sort of an olive sort of thing. Okay, so looks like it's an organic-ish tangle with a loop. So we're gonna start with a loop. And then number 2 is over here. So we're going to do one loop coming up this way and then one loop coming down that way. And then it looks like you can do it, you know, as many loops in a row as you want. Once you've got your loop-de-loops in a row, looks like we're going to come back and we're going to or echo them. Going from the point to here and like that, so that they end up like this, and then we can embellish. He's got them going with these little stripy things, but I imagine that you can embellish however you want. And here's a string of them going through like this. And here they are in a tile with them going as a border and then sort of meandering randomly across the tile with various different ways to embellish. I really like this one. Look at that one. That one's cool. This one too. Look at how this one is embellished with it a little slightly bigger here. And then this tucks into that. Oh, I like that too. See, looking at other people's things can really give you some sort of insight and the way you might want to embellish yours. This one's cool too. Look at that one. I don't know what this is in the middle here, but that's really neat. Anyway. That's what we're going for. We're going to go for this. So it's a loop-de up and then a loop-de down. It's this motion here that we're going to look for. Go up and around and down and around like that. See if I can do that. Looks like it would be easy, but you know, looks can be deceiving. Let's turn on my light so I can see what I'm doing. And decide what I want to do here. Put my border in. I may not need it. I think I'm going to I'm not happy with that. I'm not happy with that as a composition. But it might be okay. You know, I'm just going to go for it. That's where my instinct took me. I'm just going to go for it. Get my pen. I'm gonna not quite follow where I went with my pencil, but I'm gonna do it like that. And then I'm gonna erase all those pencil bits. been asked again, what do I use for my eraser? This is just a kneaded eraser. In order to clean it, you just kind of pull on it like bubble gum, taffy or something, and just fold it in on itself, and that will clean it off. And I like it because you can make different shapes. You can just take a little bit off, or you can take it all off. It doesn't work really well if you've drawn a really, you know, difficult or hard line, but if you've just done a quick sketch, it works really great. Anyway, let's see what ends up happening here with this. Okay, so we want some loops. Like this. I really like that one. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then these ones are going to be kind of behind. I think, because like that. And then embellish. Have fun. I think I want something like that on that one. I'm just playing. Just taking some of these ideas, some other ideas. Just playing. I like that one. That one's fun. I like that a lot. Okay. Like that? Why not? This needs something. I'm not 100% happy with this. So maybe I'll add some zigzag around the edge. Fill it in. At this point, I'm just playing. I'm just letting my imagination run. Not doing anything fancy. I got a really sweet message the other day from someone who said, you know what, I've stopped just watching and I've started actually drawing. That made me so happy. I think that's awesome. Okay, this tile needs something, but I'm not 100% sure what. I think these little connecting strings are a little plain. Maybe I'll make like bead line in here. I'll add some beads. Like that. Oh yeah, that's better. It needed something. And you'll notice I'm not filling these in all the way. I'm leaving some white. And I'm not being super precious with how I'm leaving the white. I'm just leaving some white somewhere in each one of those. Just to give it a little highlight. I am doing my best to kind of cover the string part. But, you know, I'm not being super careful. Okay, that's better. It needed a little something something. And still needs something, but I'm not sure. Not sure where I'm going with this yet. Maybe I should just shade it and put some shadows. Maybe that will kind of looks at this point like a necklace or something that you've dropped down on a piece of paper, and it's got all sorts of different bangly things that are similar but different. It's kind of what it looks like to me. So I think maybe I'll leave it at that. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna put the name Olivas, and then I'm gonna do a little drop shadows here. Decide which direction. Go this way. Oh, this is that. Line right there. It was missing some beads. Okay, let's try that. It will look better after I smudge. Take my little blending stump. It's just a paper blending stump. You can get them at any place that sells art supplies. Look in the section where they have drawing pencils. That's where you'll find a blending stump. Or you could use a tortillon, but I don't like them. It's just my own personal preference. Doesn't mean it's a bad tool, it just means that I don't like it. I just find it hard to work with. I think I have a heavy hand and I tend to push too hard and I squish the ends of those and then they don't work well. So I just don't use them. I need a little bit darker right here where it's going into that hole. Like that. Better. Okay. And all I did really was to decide where my light was. I like to make my light in my upper left corner. It's just where I put it. You can put it in the upper right corner. It's unlikely the light is coming from the lower, but it could be uplit. And if it's uplit, then it's like that, you know, but most of the time your light source will be from above, because that's where the sun is, right? So that's usually where I put it, and I tend to want to put it up here in the upper left corner. There's no real reason for it, other than that's where my brain likes to put it, and so it makes it easy for me. And then I just think, if the sun or the light source is up here, where would the shadow be? It would be on the other side, the right side. Right? If the light's on the left, the shadow will be on the right. And then if you don't put the shadow, if you put the shadow right up against the object, it looks like it's like touching the paper. But if you leave a space, then it looks like it's floating. And that's all there is to it. It's super easy. Like that. See? So that one is touching the paper but casting a shadow right here. But there's a hole, and that part here is casting a shadow on the paper, but it's not, it's up like here. These beads are not touching the paper. They're casting a shadow where it's kind of raised a little. That's the difference between a drop shadow. See how that just drops through right here? Yeah, that bead line is coming up and that's dropping through like that. That's the difference between a drop shadow and a cast shadow. Okay, so there is the Olivas. Didn't take long, and you know, you could just do one. You don't have to do a whole string of them. You could do one or just two and embellish as you would like. Yeah, that was fun. All right, that didn't take long, and I will see you guys tomorrow. I hope you are having a good Black Friday. That would be today. And yeah, don't get trampled with the mobs, and be nice to cashiers, and be sweet and generous to people. And you know, yeah, you know, you don't want like everybody in town to get in front of you, but you know, you see the mom with the screaming babies, and she's having a really hard day. Let her go ahead of you, because you know what, it's just easier that way. Yeah. Especially if she doesn't ask. You know, she's not being pushy. She's just doing her best to keep things together. You know, let her go ahead of you. Give her a moment break. Or entertain the kids in line. You know, make a funny face or do a dance or whatever. Ask mom if it's okay to engage with the kids. Some moms freak out. I've seen it. And yeah, just make the day a happier day. Keep that stress level down, folks, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.